Hello. I am going to read a part out of the Four Agreements. You should get this book. I was never able to read a book apart from a children's book. I struggled with reading until I went to university, and then I started practicing reading. You have to actually practice reading, especially if you've got ADHD, because we used to be able to read so well for years, but because of technology and the way that the screens, we're always on screens, we're always scrolling, we're always doing stuff like that, we find some of us are doing people and we all learn differently. So reading can take the back seat. So you have to keep practicing and keep doing it. And obviously it's better if you read something that you can relate to, or that you are passionate about, or something like that, because that keeps you engaged. So I love autobiography, I love children's books, and I love philosophy and things like that. So the first agreement of the Four Agreements. This is, in the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz reveals the source of self-limiting belief that robs us of joy and creates needless suffering. Based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the Four Agreements offer a powerful code of conduct that can rapidly transform our lives to a new experience of freedom, true happiness and love. That's cool. Right. Be impeccable with your word. The first agreement is the most important one, and also the most difficult one to honour. It is so important that with just this first agreement, you'll be able to transcend to the level of existence I call heaven on earth. The first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. It sounds very simple, but it is very, very, very powerful. Why your word? So first of all, we're going to look up. I kind of know the meaning of it, but I want to explain it better to you. So, the meaning of impeccable. In accordance with the highest standards, faultless. Your words are faultless, which we're human. Rare, not liable to sin. Something or someone without any flaws. Without error. So talking without error, which is hard, but is doable if you keep doing it. That needs to be practiced as well. Why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create everything in your life. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. The Gospel of John in the Bible, speaking of the creation of the universe, says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God." Through the word you express your creative power. It is thought the word that you manifest everything. Through word you manifest everything. So watch what comes out of your mouth. Through the word you express your creative power. It is thought that the word that you manifest everything, regardless of what language you speak, your intent behind the word manifests through the word. What you dream, what you feel, what you really are will all be manifested through the word. The word is not just a sound or a written symbol. The word is a force. It is a power you have to express and communicate, to think, and thereby to create the events in your life. You can speak what other animals on the planet can speak, although they can speak in their own way. They communicate differently to us. The word is the most powerful tool that a human can have. It is the tool of magic. But like a word with two edges, your word can create the most beautiful dream, or you can destroy everything around you. That's kind of like the reading that I did earlier, where it said to tread carefully and to watch your words and watch the things that you're doing and your actions and that. Okay. One edge is the misuse of the word, which creates a living hell. The other edge is the impeccability of the word. So, for example, I'm going to break this down. If you keep telling yourself that you are old, you are useless, you're not capable, I cannot do it, I'm not capable, I'm not able, I'm not loved, I'm not this, you are basically, when you believe it, words are just words. But when you're believing those words, that gives intent to that word. So you can say, I love someone, but you don't really mean it, and you don't show it, and the actions aren't there, and it's not felt by the other person because it's just a word. Words with intent. So if you truly believe you are incapable of doing things and you're not good enough for something, your cells and your body tells you that. So when a doctor comes and tells you you've only got 2 months to live, you believe it. You give up hope. You stop trying. You stop living. You stop trying to get better. Because that word has affected you and you've put intent and action behind it. So when somebody has in the past been given... I remember Isis was told about 5 years before she died that she was going to die. She's not got long to live. Really? She was driving me balmy for 5 years. No, 3 years I worked with her. She was driving everyone else balmy for 5 years. She refused. Even sometimes when she literally could not move her legs to get out of that bed, she was still trying. She never gave up. Watch your words. And how you talk to yourself. And how you talk about yourself. And how you talk about other people. Right. The other edge is the impeccability of the word, which will only create beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Depending upon how it is used, the word can set you free or it can enslave you even more than you know. All the magic you possess is based on your word. The word is pure magic, and the misuse of your word is black magic. The word is so powerful that one word can change a life or destroy the lives of millions of people. For example, the war that's going on now. Yes, drop them bombs by somebody who's got power. Hundreds dead. That's one word. Do. Okay. Yes. Is enough to cause that much devastation. Peace. Cause some beautiful scenarios. The word is so powerful that one word can change a life or destroy the lives of millions of people. Some years ago, one man in Germany, by the use of the word, manipulated a whole country of the most intelligent people. I think that's probably Hitler, but I'm not sure until it goes through. He led them into a world war with just the power of his word. Yeah, that was Hitler. He convinced others to commit the most atrocious acts of violence against others. He activated people's fear with the word, and like a big explosion, there was killing and war all around the world. Similar to what's going on now, so it's so crazy. How I picked up this book, I've got loads of books. I picked up this book and I wanted to read it today. In with my reading earlier, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. I did my reading earlier, it came out what it needed to come out, and now I'm reading this now. All over the world, humans destroyed other humans because they were afraid of each other. That's why we can't let fear rule us. Hitler's word, was Hitler, based on fear-generated beliefs and agreements, will be remembered for centuries. As will everything that them in power are doing now. So we cannot allow them to dictate how we treat other human beings. Treat people as you wish to be treated. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. So when we watch things on social media, watch what you watch on social media all the time, because they're planting seeds inside your head. The power of manipulation. I learnt something day before yesterday when I went into the hub, the recovery hub that I go to. A man, he's very wise, Jamaican man. He actually said to me that you know that Mercury and all of the electronics in that is governed by a god of war, like the devil, basically. Mars. If used wrong, it's a planet of war. It's destruction. Can cause a lot of destruction. Fire, destruction, all sorts. The devil uses communication. Just like spreading that school war shit. Try and create fear amongst the teenagers. Try and get teenagers to attack before they get attacked. Carry weapons. The devil is running riots everywhere. The power of word communication. So we've got to realise this and try and make a stand against that. Educating the kids, educating the next generation. The only problem is that too often it is fertile for the seeds of fear. Every human mind is fertile, but only for those kinds of seeds it is prepared for. What is important is to see which kind of seeds or mind is fertile for what, and to prepare it to receive the seeds of love. Take the example Hitler. He sent out all those seeds of fear and they grew very strong and beautifully achieved massive destruction. Seeing the awesome power of the word, we must understand that the power comes out of our mouths. One fear or doubt planted in our mind can create an endless drama of events. One word is like a spell. Humans use the word like black magicians. The thoughtless putting spells on each other. Every human is like a magician, and we can either put a spell on someone with our word, or we can release someone from a spell. We cast spells all the time with our opinions. An example, I see a friend and giving them an opinion that just popped into my mind. I say, I see that kind of colour in your face in people who are going to get cancer. If he listens to that word, and if he agrees, he will have cancer in less than 1 year. That is the power of the word. Wow. During one domestication, our parents and siblings gave their opinion about us without even thinking. We believed those opinions and we lived in fear over those opinions. Like you're not good at swimming or sports or writing. Someone gives an opinion, says, look, this girl is ugly. The girl listens, believes she is ugly and grows up with the idea that she is ugly. And then ends up going to do all these surgeries and gets body dysmorphia. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is, as long as she has that agreement, she will believe that she is ugly, that is a spell she is under. By hooking our attention, the word can enter our mind and change our whole belief for better or for worse. Another example, you may believe you are stupid, and you may have believed this for a long time, longer than you remember because people told you that. This agreement can be very tricky, causing you to do a lot of things just to ensure that you are stupid. You may do something and think to yourself, I wish I was smart, but I must be stupid or I wouldn't have done that. The mind goes in hundreds of different directions, and we could spend days getting hooked by just that one belief in our own stupidity. Then one day somebody hooks your attention, and using the word lets you know that you are not stupid. You believe you believe what that person says, and it makes a new agreement. As a result, you will no longer feel or act stupid. A whole spell is broken just by the power of word. Conversely, if you believe you're stupid and someone hooks your attention and says, yes, you really are the most stupid person I've ever met, the agreement will be reinforced and become even stronger. So no matter what somebody says about you, if you don't believe it's right, if there is no fact to say that that is true, go against it. Don't believe that word. You are not capable. You are capable of anything you put your mind to. Now let us see the word impeccability means. Impeccability means without sin. Impeccability comes from the Latin meaning sin. The impeccable means without. So impeccable means without sin. Religious talk about sin and sinners, but let's understand what it really means to sin. A sin is anything you do which goes against yourself, not against the views of others. Everything you feel or believe or say that goes against yourself is a sin. You go against yourself when you judge or blame yourself for anything. Being without sin is exactly the opposite. Being impeccable is not going against yourself. When you are impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself. I had to stop myself from getting emotional then, because there are so many people in this world that are told that they are shit, they are nothing, and they are no one. Don't believe it, okay? You are God's creation. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. The amount of shit that's going on in the world, the amount of fear that's being used through social media to get people scared. They're doing it on purpose. They are led by the darkness and they know exactly what they are doing. Do not be a puppet. Do not let them control you. Continue to live in the light. Continue to live with less fear, promoting peace and becoming the best version of yourself as God wants you to be. When you are impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions and you do not judge or blame yourself. Being impeccable with your word is not using the word against yourself. If I see you in the street and I call you stupid, it appears that I'm using the word against you, but really I'm using my word against myself, because you're going to hate me for this, and your hating me is not good for me. So when people do things to other people and say bad things about other people, they don't realise they're actually hurting themselves when they're doing that. Because whatever you put out into the universe will come back to you. It is energetic karma. That's why sometimes I have to apologise for my own thoughts. There are times when somebody has done something towards me in the past and I thought really bad thoughts about them. And I've wanted them to get karma in different ways. And I've had to have a sit down with myself and say, no, that is not the way. And I am sorry, God. I'm sorry that I thought that way. Please let no harm happen to them. I am wrong for what I'm saying. If I love myself, I'll express the love in my interactions with you. That's why hurt people hurt people. People who genuinely love and care about themselves usually love and care about the world. And I don't mean that in a vain way. I mean that in a proper way. If I love you, then you will love me. If I insult you, you will insult me. If I have gratitude for you, you will have gratitude for me. If I'm selfish with you, you will be selfish with me. If I use the word to put a spell on you, you are going to put a spell on me. Being impeccable with your word is a correct use of energy. It means to use your energy in the direction of truth and love for yourself. If you make an agreement with yourself to be impeccable with your word, just as with your intention, the truth will manifest through you and clean all the emotional poison that exists within you. We misuse the word so often, and this misuse is how we create the dream of hell. Misuse of the word is how we pull each other down and keep each other in a state of fear and doubt. Because the word is the magic that humans possess, and misuse of the word is black magic. We're using black magic all the time without knowing our word is magic at all. Spellbinding. Wow. Whenever we hear an opinion, we just believe it. We make an agreement, and it becomes part of our belief system. Do not let whatever is going on in the world at the minute, with the school wars, with the wars abroad, with all the other things that are going on, promoting all over the BBC and every other channel and every other film I watch, alcohol. Stay sober of mind. The devil prowls and roars around to seek, destroy and devour. Seek God. Listen to God. He is loving. He always wants the best for you. Stay in that energy. Protect yourself if you need to protect yourself. But don't cause harm. Create peace around you, inside of you. Be as peaceful as possible. Continue to live a happy life.